It may be a regular patrol, but that's precisely when these Thai soldiers are most at risk. As they scan for roadside bombs in the far south of the country, they know they're a key target of Muslim fighters. At least 8 soldiers have lost their lives in bomb attacks since the beginning of July. Now the people responsible are planning to intensify their campaign.
There are 2 main Muslim organizations that have always been suspected of being behind most of the violence in the Deep South. Now, a senior source within one of those groups has confirmed to Al Jazeera that between them they're responsible for about 80% of the attacks, including the first 2 deadly bomb blasts of this month. It's also been speculated that the groups have been fighting for autonomy for the 3 majority Muslim southern provinces. But the source told us that even if autonomy was granted, they would continue fighting for a completely independent state.
And that will mean more dead soldiers. The source told us the violence will get worse because the 2 armed groups have joined forces. The government says it's aware of the development.
We are not concerned at all. From last year, there were more suspects surrendering to the authorities. At the same time, we always evaluate the situation. I don't think it will worsen the situation we are already in.
Muslim residents are divided over what to do. Some don't share the fighters' goal of autonomy or independence from a predominantly Buddhist Thailand. This Islamic school was raided by the army late last year because they suspected it was training students for the fight. They found no evidence of such activity. The principal says Muslims simply want a fair deal.
The government needs to look into solving the problems of injustice, equality, and basic human rights in these 3 provinces. Also, better education and employment should be put in place.
The armed groups say there have been regular talks with government representatives over the years, but they say they're not expecting any negotiations under the current administration of Prime Minister Abhisit because they're not sure who's really running the country, the government or the army. In the Deep South, it's clear the military is in control, something the armed Muslim groups seem more determined than ever to change. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Pattani, southern Thailand.